In March 1975, you teamed up with David Bowie on Fame.
Yeah, I was never in the London scene in the 60s, whereas George and Paul would be going around everybody's sessions all the time, playing with everybody. I never played anywhere without the Beatles. I never jammed around with people at all.
Loyalty, or it just didn't interest you?
No, just shyness, insecurity, and I couldn't go in a session and play like George plays. You know, I've limited vocabulary on the guitar and the piano. So what could I do going in with Cream or whatever they were doing those days? So I never hung out in the clubs playing. I hung out in the discos boogieing and drinking and that, but I never did that bit. And then suddenly I was working with Elton, and then Bowie was around and we were talking and that, and he'd say, come down, and I found myself doing that. So he's fiddling around, he writes them in the studio. You know, he goes in about 4 words and a few guys and starts laying down this stuff. And he has virtually nothing, he's making it up in the studio. So I just contributed whatever I contributed, you know, like backwards piano and a couple of things like repeat of Fame. And then we needed a middle eight, so we took some Stevie Wonder middle eight and did it backwards, you know, and we made a record out of it, right? So he got his first #1, so I felt that was like a karmic thing, you know. With me and Elton, I got my first #1, so I passed it on to Bowie and he got his. And I like that track, you know. I must say I admire him, vast repertoire of talent the guy has. I was never around when the Ziggy Stardust thing came, because I'd already left England when all that was going on, so I didn't really know what he was. And meeting him doesn't give you much more of a clue, you know.
That's very true. That's very true.
Because you don't know which one you're talking to, you know. And you know, we all have our little personality traits, so between him and me, I don't know what was going down, but we seemed to have some kind of communication together, and I think he's great, the fact that he could just walk into that and do that. I could never do that.
You did Across the Universe on that album, didn't you?
Well, I could never go and do an Elephant Man. Well, she's great. She tells me I can do everything. I could make a movie, you know, because you only have to learn 2 lines at once.
I'm not talking about specifically Elephant Man.
I can't even remember my own lyrics, so I couldn't go on stage and remember all that.
Do you remember doing Across the Universe with Bowie? You played guitar on that?
Did I play on that too?
I think you did.
Oh, yeah, my God, jeez, I did, yeah.